Good morning. Good morning and welcome to Butler University on this absolutely beautiful morning. My name is Melissa Beckwith. I'm Chief Strategy Officer at Butler University, and today we are very excited to make an announcement about an addition to our campus that we believe will positively impact not only our Butler community, but the Midtown neighborhood and the city of Indianapolis. We will have 4 speakers this morning with an opportunity for questions and answers after all remarks are made. Speakers may be available to stay for a brief time to answer additional questions at the end of today's press conference. So without further ado, let's get started this morning. Our first speaker is Jim Danko, President of Butler University. President Danko joined Butler in 2011 as the university's 21st president. His legacy will be marked by the transformation of campus during his tenure, including 2 new residence halls, the beautiful Dugan Hall, which houses our Lacey School of Business, the expansion and renovation of our Sciences Complex, and the preservation of 2 historic buildings, Hinkle Fieldhouse and Clues Memorial Hall. Today, he will announce the renovation and preservation of yet another beloved structure on our campus. So without further ado, please help me welcome President Jim Danko.
Thank you, Melissa. Welcome, everyone. We're so delighted to have you out here on this perfect day. We're hoping move-in tomorrow is equally as nice in terms of the weather. But we are gathered today here in front of Ross Hall, which is named after Butler's 19th president, M.O. Ross. It opened as the Men's Residence Hall in October 1954, and until its closing in 2019, housed Butler students who cherished the building and the memories that were formed during their undergraduate years. If these walls could talk, you would likely hear stories about a 20-foot boa constrictor who found its way into the basement, hallways turned into bowling alleys, steaks grilled on the roof, and fire alarms being pulled way too early in the morning. I was just talking to Marsh. Marsh, you're here somewhere. Davis, Marsh, appreciate your being here. He said that somebody had put a G before Ross at one point. If you want to do your wordsmithing there. A memory that Bethany, around here somewhere, my wife, there she is back there. This was the last year we had students in here, and we were walking around campus in the evening. I think it was about a week into the year, and a group of students had posted a picture on Twitter, a video, because a major pipe had burst in the basement, and the water was rushing in like no tomorrow, and they dubbed over it the theme from the movie Titanic. So hopefully we've repaired that issue as we move forward. So indeed, Ross Hall has served our community quite well. And though its facade is as beautiful as it was 70 years ago, and the bones are still sturdy, the reality is that Ross Hall just doesn't offer all the amenities that are included in modern residence halls, which is what led us to build Fairview House and Irvington House and renovate Residential College right across. So we're very proud of the student housing that we have here on our campus. We've known for 5 years that we were likely facing a very difficult decision about the future of Ross Hall, and even announced last year about this time that demolition was inevitable. But after hearing pleas from our alumni and even some of our neighbors asking us to reconsider, we decided to take a step back and reassess the situation. As I stand before you today, I could not be happier that we did. After more than a year of discussions about Ross Hall with a variety of stakeholders and potential partners, I'm excited to announce that Butler University is partnering with Hilton Hotels and Purpose Lodging to transform our beloved Ross Hall into a boutique hotel within the Curio Collection by Hilton. It's a project that benefits the university, the Butler community, our Midtown Indianapolis neighbors, and the city of Indianapolis. While locating a hotel on campus is very exciting and a key part of our previously announced Butler Gateway project, our vision is to create a vibrant, interconnected community between Butler University and Midtown Indianapolis. Midtown Indy is already a hub for entertainment, dining, arts, and athletics, and as an anchor institution, Butler plays a significant role in the region's success. Through key partnerships and strategic investments like this one, we can collectively work towards elevating Midtown Indy to the next level. The vitality of Midtown Indianapolis and Butler University are linked, and over the past decade, more than $550 million of combined investment have resulted in a Midtown renaissance that has provided transformational growth for both. As Butler looks forward to another decade of growth and transformation, the Butler Gateway project provides a vision for another $500 million in investment in projects that serve both Butler and the community in which we live. Of course, today's major announcement that we are partnering with Hilton to bring a Curio Collection hotel to campus comes on the heels of our announcement that Lilly Endowment awarded Butler University $22.5 million for other initiatives that are part of Butler's Gateway project. In case you missed the announcement, the generous grant from Lilly Endowment will support several projects in Midtown, including the construction of a 42,000 square foot wellness center for youth and sports programming at the MLK Center, additional playgrounds and shelter enhancements, additional walking space, a multi-use sports field, pickleball courts, and green infrastructure that are under development at Tarkington Park, and funding for Midtown Indy, Inc. that will help them achieve their mission of bolstering the economic vitality of the Midtown Indianapolis region. The endowment grant also allows us to construct a parking, safety, and transit hub which will service pedestrians, cyclists, and vehicular traffic on and around campus. That facility will increase parking options on campus. We are exploring the viability of several other potential projects and initiatives as part of our Gateway Project vision, including new housing for upperclassmen, graduate students and alumni, an on-campus academic healthcare center that would serve both students in our College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences and the community, new streetscaping that would improve the safety and accessibility of our heavily trafficked campus and surrounding neighborhoods, and a Midtown Arts District, which would serve as a site-specific center for performance and lectures, exhibitions, and arts education. And this is just to name a few of the many projects we have envisioned for this campus. It is a bold vision that will make Midtown Indianapolis an even better place to live, work, and play. It is an important vision because for Butler to thrive, our surrounding neighborhoods must also thrive. It's an attainable vision because of the generous funding from a multitude of donors, including Lilly Endowment and the partnership with Curio Collection by Hilton, which have accelerated the growth of collaboration between current and potential partners in this vision. I'd like to now invite Brooke Thomas, Senior Director of Brand Management at Curio Collection by Hilton, to tell you more about the hotel they have planned for this site. Brooke?
Thank you so much, President Danko. And good morning, everyone. I am so happy to be here and represent Hilton and Curio Collection. Now, I always like to start with a thank you, but today it's a thank you and a congratulations for every person who helped set up this event and get us to this point today, and every person who's helping to bring this project to life. It's truly so exciting, and it's such a milestone for Curio Collection as well, as this will be our first Curio Collection in the state of Indiana. So I really want to talk about the impressive development portfolio here in the city of Indianapolis as well, because Curio Collection will be joining that. With the recent announcement of Signia by Hilton Indianapolis, the luxurious Conrad Indianapolis downtown, and many of our other world-class brands, we know Curio Collection is going to join that growing list, and we are so excited. When this hotel opens its doors, it will join the Curio Collection portfolio, which today has over 170 hotels in 42 countries across the globe. Curio Collection strives to be in the most sought-after destinations and communities. And while every hotel is truly independent in nature, they all have their unique story to share. These hotels, while individual in nature, are truly united by uniting principles like world-class food and beverage, really high-end design and amenities, and of course, the ability to immerse yourself in a destination and experience it through the eyes of the locals. We are so excited for this project because, like I said, each Curio Collection hotel has its own story to share. And this property will be no different, combining the rich history of Ross Hall and the spirit of the Butler community. I can already imagine that this will become a thriving hub for Butler University, Indianapolis, and the guests coming through these doors from all over the world. I can envision people hanging out in the lobby, hanging out in the wonderfully designed food and beverage outlets, and having fantastic stays in luxurious guest rooms. Additionally, with a full-service restaurant and ample meeting space, I know many people will be coming through these doors for years to come and creating and becoming a part of that rich history of Ross Hall. Hopefully, no more boa constrictors come through the doors, though, as we're creating that history. But thank you all for having me here today. Hilton is so excited to partner with Butler and with Purpose Lodging. We're really looking forward to watching this hotel come to life, and we hope to welcome you all one day soon. Now, I'd like to invite Judith Thomas, the Deputy Mayor of Neighborhood Engagement for the City of Indianapolis, to say a few words.
Good morning, everyone. I am truly honored to be here today on behalf of Mayor Joe Hogsett and the City of Indianapolis. But I am also proud to be a Butler University alum, class of '90. Yes, I own that. And also honored to serve on Butler's Board of Trustees. And one of the great joys of returning to campus is being able to walk down memory lane. But it's also great to recognize the wonderful new transformative projects that have come to Butler over the years. And one of those buildings I still recognize is Ross Hall, without the G in front of it. And that's why I am pleased to see that Butler is making the choice not only to preserve history on this wonderful campus, but to also lead it into the future, which is exactly what this project represents. But more than that, this project exemplifies Butler's commitment to its hometown, Indianapolis. The university has a long history of investing in our city, and this new hotel is just the latest in these valuable contributions the university continues to make. And it stands to benefit both the university and the community around it. And it's public-private partnerships like this that the city is most proud of. They keep Indianapolis moving forward while ensuring that we do not lose sight of what is most important, and that's serving our neighbors and our unique neighborhoods in our city. For our neighbors here in Midtown, this hotel will be a special addition to a very special place. The area we stand in today is a unique part of our city, and Butler is surrounded by beautiful historic neighborhoods like Butler Tarkington, Crown Hill, Meridian Kessler. And since Hilton is taking the time and consideration to respect the historical architecture of this area, this hotel will undoubtedly become a fixture of the area and a point of pride for the community and really the entire city of Indianapolis. So on behalf of Indianapolis, I'd like to thank Hilton Hotels for making today possible and continuing to invest in Indianapolis. You do have a wonderful, wonderful portfolio here in the city, both at Downtown Signia, which I can't wait to open, and at the Midtown Curio, which will serve the city well. And of course, we are also grateful to good old Butler University. They have been a pillar in our community for nearly 2 centuries now, 2 centuries. And we greatly appreciate all that they do, educating our future leaders of the city, the state, and really our country. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to my colleague, John Barth, City County Councilor of District 7. Go Dogs, and thank you.
Good morning. I have prepared comments, but as a politician, I'm going to go ahead and wing it a little bit. I just want to say this. The deputy mayor inspired me to make this comment overall. She's a graduate of Butler University, but I live literally 2 blocks off of campus. And so what happens on campus, I feel acutely. And having a thriving Butler is critically important to Midtown. And I can see Hinkle Fieldhouse from my house. So that has caused me and my family to take a detailed note of when there's a men's basketball game, because if you've ever been to a men's basketball game, there's a 100% chance you have parked in front of my house. Again, I'm John Barr, so this is my 3rd term representing Butler on the City County Council. And along with other key organizations, Butler serves as an anchor institution that provides vitality, stability, and growth for all of Midtown and District 7. I'm especially excited about this project because it brings economic development to Council District 7. That's something that is much in need, especially this high-quality place for people to stay when they're in the area. I especially want to thank, and the president commented on this, but I really want to thank Butler for their commitment to our neighborhoods and to Midtown and being such a strong partner. And what we're seeing with the recent announcement with the Lilly Endowment funding is really important. And just look behind me, look at this statement. A thriving Butler and a thriving Midtown, that says it all. It's working together to make sure we do our best to make sure this part of the city just gets better and better. And so I deeply appreciate Butler and their partnership with this proposal and this hotel especially. So thank you very much to everyone. Thanks for being here. And I'd like to invite all the other previous speakers back up.
You know, one more comment, then we're going to take some questions here. You know, this thing, in a project like this and working through all the details, it takes a village, so to speak, and if I start thanking a number of people, it will cause me problems because somebody will be mad at me. I certainly want to acknowledge Melissa Beckwith, who you heard from, and Sarah Beck, who have really worked on this thing tirelessly. And also, as I'm looking over here at Ryan Morgan, our partner at Purpose Lodging, I think of a few complicated phone calls we had over time where a couple times I think we thought it was dead, and then Ryan was very good and persistent about nudging me more and say, this is going to be a great thing. So would our partners from Purpose stand up here too, and let's give them a round of applause. So. And with Melissa, am I missing anybody? Have we got them all? Okay. Appreciate it. With that, I think we're opening up for questions. Is that right? Feel free to raise your hand. Not. What's that? Well, we still have some work to do. There's all these little city things. Hopefully, we'll get some help from our city partners to get zoning done and all of that. Probably looking at probably a 6-month process or so that you're pushing into next year, 2025, before you're getting to the point of breaking ground and construction. What is that? A year and a half or so, and looking at probably the 25-26 academic year before we see this. So I'm going to continue to try to stand and be alive at that point. It should be an exciting time. So over here, sorry.
You spoke to it a little bit, but tell me a little bit about how you hope this will impact students here on campus.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, you know, there's a lot of things related, especially to the Lilly Endowment Grant and this project. And we had a lot of discussion about where a hotel would be located until, again, some good partners like Ryan pointed out, save this building. And that has led to a lot of discussion. But one of the things that is relatively new on our campus, if you go down Sunset, it's just 10 years ago that there were cars parked all along there. So as students were going back and forth, it was dangerous. Now there's a bike lane there. We have a lot of bikers on our campus. So that's much, much better looking. We want that to happen here in Hampton and all the way out to 42nd in Michigan. So one of the big visions of Gateway is how do you make this a comprehensive campus park-like environment, right? And so by focusing down on this part of campus and getting the parking structure in there, so how is this going to help students? They're not going to get hit by cars when they're going across the street. So that's a good thing. So this street we hope is cleared, allows some of the cars to come off. Every year when I talk to students, when I ask if they have any questions and anything in depth, the first 3 or 4 about parking. So we do hope that part of the vision of Gateway helps address some of that parking for everyone, frankly, and also with the opening of our Founders College, which is our new 2 years program, which is going to draw people from within a mile or 2 from here that could not typically afford an education. They're going to be coming to Butler tuition free in essence. We want to make sure that they have a place where they feel safe. We're going to move our police force into that building. So this hub here, this whole block is going to transform, and it'll be a cornerstone of our campus, just like we developed with the parking garage and Chatham Tap and the work we do at Hinkle up there. So it's going to be an amazing transformation. It's going to help students because they're going to have other places that they could really call home and hopefully park and not get hit by cars. Over here.
I was going to ask how important it is for you guys to be able to reuse this building that was once a residence hall for so many Butler students.
Yeah, Judith kind of touched on this, and we had a great alum that lived up in Detroit, and I was having lunch with him about 4 or 5 years ago, and he talked about the pride that he takes in his campus here, but he also was very involved in preserving historic buildings in the city of Detroit, and it really resonated with me like, wow, you can't keep knocking down buildings, because alumni, when they come back, that's where they want to go. I mean, any of you think about that. When I go back to my campus, I'm looking at the old building, even though they fixed it up, but you don't want to see a campus that has completely changed. So we've been very focused on preserving the traditions and the historic part of our campus while also building new. And to that end, we're within 2 or 3 years of the 100th anniversary of Jordan Hall, which is our main administration building, and Hinkle Fieldhouse. We have to invest as much into those buildings, probably more, than we do even in something like this. So I am so proud to be able to make sure that we maintain our traditions and our historic structures. There's been a lot of discussion around School 86. We're really cognizant of that. And this was the first kind of domino we needed in place, because we wanted a boutique hotel. And there were a lot of discussions, does it go here, does it go across from Chatham Tap, does it go in the School 86 site? Well, now that we've got this in place, we could kind of turn our focus into some of those areas. But really, we are very cognizant of School 86 and the importance of that to the neighborhood. I can't promise what's going to happen there, because there's also, like this, so many opportunities. I would envision that we don't even know what it's going to be yet, but these discussions and working together with the neighborhood is what leads to decisions like preserving Ross Hall. I have no idea if I answered your question. Anything else?
Another one.
Go.
On the healthcare center, I see the sign and you spoke briefly to. Any other details you can offer?
Well, we have really moved big we've always been big in health sciences, right? Our College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences is one of our great programs here. There's a lot of need in this city for more education of people in the healthcare field. We announced also just a few months ago, in addition to Founders College, a nursing program here on campus. We have a strong PA program. We're doing a lot in that area, and we think that there's untapped opportunity, not only for Butler, but need throughout the city. So our vision, and this is a vision, if anybody wants to help us achieve that vision, is to develop further South Campus, right? We about 5-6 years ago, CTS became part of Butler's campus, and we envisioned this beautiful health sciences building. I think it's on one of these cards here. That will be the home of a number of new programs for the health sciences. So that's also something we have in sight. And heck, just this morning I got off the phone with David Malott, the president of CTS. They do a lot in mental health counseling. And we're talking to them as their program has really expanded about how we could collaborate around that, and a building such as that would not only service our students and our needs, but the community and mental health and physical health issues. And I hope you take a chance to look at all these things. We have a lot of things here underway. Marsh. You're getting way over my head, Marsh. No, I know that is on the radar, correct, and I'm not sure exactly how all that plays out, but any opportunity, maybe you could help guide us on some of that. But absolutely, we did that with Hinkle Fieldhouse. There was a great opportunity with historic tax credits, very complicated way to structure that, but I think that ultimately led to a few $1 million that we did not anticipate. So, yes.
Just want to say this is absolutely awesome, and we're equally excited that the community was taken into consideration for this entire initiative, and we're excited to be able to come alongside.
Yeah, well, thank you, and we appreciate your support. We're very mindful of the neighborhood. Can we make everybody happy? I've learned as president here, I'm lucky if 10% of the people are happy with me. But and so when you expand the neighborhood, it only becomes more complicated. But similar to Judith, I'm kind of like a mayor of a city here sometimes. But we are very, very pleased, and working with people like John Barth and Michael and others is so important to us. So thank you.